A year ago today, I made my first ever YouTube video sitting on a couch, breaking my back, trying to figure out exactly how to do this whole content creation thing. And now I'm sitting on a different chair, in a different state, and still breaking my back, but at least I have a nicer background now. What's up guys, it's Avery here. If you're new to the channel, typically I talk about personal finance as well as investing in real estate. And today we're gonna dive into the side hustle of content creation and something that I've been doing for the last year. But before we do that, make sure that you go ahead, grab your drink, I got myself some hot tea, and also smash that like button for me. So in today's video, I'm gonna talk all about why I started, show you some of my analytics for my channel, and let you know some growth tips, and to see if it's actually worth it for you to get started on YouTube this year, and how you can get those first 1,000 subscribers, which is the key, so that you can actually start making money. So first off, why did I start a YouTube channel? The answer is probably obvious. I wanna make bank and drive a Range, bro. Not really. I was doing a number of podcasts, and during those podcasts, I felt like there was a lot left on the table that I wanted to say to teach people about. So I thought the easiest platform to do that would be on YouTube. And it really does make a lot of sense to me. I'm allowed to tell you a lot of things that I've learned and help you along the way and hopefully help your wealth building journey as well. And also, I started at the beginning of 2021. And at this time, I was extremely bored. I did not have to commute to work anymore. So I just needed some type of project to fill the time because I was just not really doing that much outside of my work. And I wanted to do something and have it be meaningful. And I felt like this would be a meaningful use of my time. So the question really is as follows. Is it worth it to start a YouTube channel? Do you think it's worth your time? And we're gonna dive deep into my analytics to see how I've done so far and if it really makes sense for you to start a YouTube channel this year before we get into some of those growth tips. So we're gonna hop into my computer and check out some of my analytics for the last year. So you can see here in the last 28 days, I have some views, watch time, subscribers, as well as estimated revenue. And my estimated revenue is not too shabby. I am getting a few dollars a day, I think around 4, 5, 10, it can fluctuate. But this used to be a lot higher because the way you get paid on YouTube is purely based off of views. And my views have been a lot lower than they were at the very beginning of when I started getting paid on YouTube. And the reason I started getting paid on YouTube and kind of took off, if you want to call it, and have 7,000 subscribers as of to date is because I had one video that did extremely well and has almost 230,000 views that probably many of you subscribed to my channel because of. And so from there, I was making a lot more money. You can see 20, 30, $35 in some days, which is pretty cool, but then it completely dropped off. And so you can see the total amount that my channel has earned here of $2,500. And I have probably spent at least $1,500, maybe $2,000 on camera equipment, lighting, and other ring light stands and things like that that have enabled me to actually make these videos. So I'm about net even, and I've also started paying an editor because I absolutely dislike editing very much. So I want to pay someone else so I can get that time back because it takes me 3 to 5 hours pretty much every single time I want to edit a video. So I don't mind spending $20 to $30 per video for someone else to edit. So in terms of is it worth it, right now it probably doesn't feel like it because I haven't made a ton of money. I'm not Andre Jick or Graham Stephan where I'm making a few $1,000,000 a year off of doing this kind of thing. I am just getting going and I have a little bit of affiliate marketing money coming in. I made some money through some other business opportunities for my channel, but right now it seems like I am doing a lot of work and doing a lot of hours for this channel without really getting too much in return. And so here are some things that I wish that I knew before I started, as well as some growth tips so that you can help if you want to actually get going on making a YouTube channel and building your brand through social media. So some things that I have learned is that you cannot control subs or views. Really, you can only control the output and the quality that you put on your channel. And output is something that I stressed on very hard when I was at the beginning of my channel. I was trying to make 2 videos a week, which I found was a lot of time out of my day. So I switched down to 1, sometimes 2 a week, as well as getting someone else to edit just because it's better for my time. But when I was starting out, I think that makes the most sense, and probably one of the better pieces of advice that I could give you is that you should just put out a lot of videos right away because you'll eventually get better and better and you can sort of understand what quality versus not quality videos look like. Another thing about YouTube that I'm really grateful for and has helped me a lot with is building my confidence. It may not seem like it because you're hanging on to every single word I'm saying and I seem like a very confident individual, but I was extremely self-conscious, still kind of am, but YouTube and talking in front of camera has really helped me with that. So it's been a good skill that has pushed out into other areas of my life, being able to be a better talker, better communicator, and just sound more confident in general, which will help you a lot in life. Another thing that I've learned is that this takes a while. I was humbled extremely hard when I was making YouTube videos because all of a sudden I had that one video that completely blew up and blew up in my terms. I didn't go from 1,000 to 1,000,000 subscribers or something crazy like that. I went from having 200 subscribers to going to about 6,000 pretty quickly, which was very cool to me. And most days I was getting 100, sometimes 150 subscribers in a day, and now I have less than 200 in the last 28 days. So things can fluctuate like that, and I was definitely humbled. And you just have to know that it can take a really long time for your content creation to go off. Now, there are a lot of stories where people get hundreds of thousands or millions of subscribers on YouTube in a quick period of time, but for the majority of people, that is not going to happen. And the last thing that I've learned is that content creation can kind of crush your mental health. And I'm saying that while smiling because making yourself smile will make things not seem as bad. And this is because when you are starting into social media, you are going to be completely hooked on how many views do I have? Has someone subscribed? How many watch time hours do I have? And you are not going to care about much else. You're going to refresh your page a lot, see if you have subscribers, and it is going to make you very sad when you don't get subscribers or if someone unsubscribes from your channel. But when someone does subscribe, you're going to get that hit of dopamine when you get a video that has 50, 100, 500 more views than your videos normally get. You're gonna feel really good compared to how else you would. So you can kind of see how that can play with your mental health, especially because you're going to be putting in a lot of effort at first and not really getting that much out of it. So sometimes it can be very discouraging when you spend 5-10 hours on a video, from scripting, filming, editing, and then putting out a thumbnail and making it all nice and polished, and then 20 people watch it, but that's just kind of what happens, and something you're gonna have to think about to see if this is a good side hustle for you. So those are things I've learned, and now I'm gonna talk about some things that I wish I knew a lot earlier that will for sure help you with growth and get you to those 1,000 subscribers a lot faster than someone else. So that first thing is using other platforms. I think using TikTok as well as Instagram Reels is a very powerful tool in order for you to get a lot more subscribers and a lot faster. In November of 2021, I started making TikTok videos, and I went from 0 to almost 90,000 followers in a pretty quick amount of time. Although I was making 2, 3, sometimes 4 videos a day for about 60 to 90 days, I still make about 1 to 2 videos a day now, and that can also take a lot of effort. But a lot of those people who have signed up to follow me on TikTok have come over to YouTube or followed me on Instagram, and then I make posts about my YouTube videos, and then they watch those videos, which can help some of the views or help some of the overall watch time and good metrics like that that you want to see on your YouTube channel. Another thing is using SEO tools like TubeBuddy. I am not sponsored by TubeBuddy. I don't have an affiliate link or anything like that, but now I pay the $9 a month in order to have TubeBuddy, and it's really helpful for figuring out what ideas for videos to have or specific keywords to put in your video topic or your video title and things like that that are very important. Before, I was just making videos that I kind of just wanted to make, or what I was thinking about, or just documenting what I was doing. But I think having TubeBuddy, and there's another one, I forget what it's called, maybe vidIQ is what it is, but those things can be very helpful for getting more ideas for videos. So if your channel is all about investing in real estate, if you type in real estate, there might be 15 related searches to what a lot of people are looking up on YouTube, and then you can make videos about all 15 of those topics because you are more likely to get views if people are already searching those things up. The other thing that I wish I knew sooner is you've got to spend money. At first, if you want to just figure out if this is right for you, don't spend a lot of money, just film on your camera, see if you even like doing this before you go all in. But once you've decided you want to go all in, you got to spend some money. And I did spend money on a camera, on a stand, on a mic that I'm using, as well as lighting, which is important. But there were a lot of things that I didn't want to spend money on because I wasn't making very much money. And so it was kind of a chicken or the egg thing. Was I going to start getting a lot of money for YouTube, or was I going to put more money into the channel? And it may work that you start getting a lot of money and you use that money for the channel, but I feel like a lot of the times you kind of have to put more money in than you are getting out of it. So you can see behind me, I got a whole new background. I spent almost $900 putting that together to make my YouTube studio look a whole lot nicer. So there are things like that that you might want to spend money on so that your videos are far more appealing. And also, like I said, I started paying an editor, which has helped with my mental health quite a bit and also helped my time a lot because I get 3 to 5 hours back from every single video that I normally edit, which is a lot of time that I can use for things that are more important to me during the day. And the last part of this video, I'm going to talk about my biggest growth tips so that you can get those 1,000 subscribers fast. And I already did touch on utilizing other platforms to drive people to YouTube. That is a great way to get more people to subscribe to you, is just using TikTok as well as Instagram Reels. I think that's a very important thing that you should be doing in order to drive more audience this way. But there's also a lot of other things that I now know that I want to share with you. So the number one thing, and this kind of maybe feels lazy or sounds bad, and it's still something I struggle with often, but it's just make popular uploads that other people in your space have made, but just do it yourself. A very good example of this is Erica Kullberg. She has basically blown up bigger than anyone I've ever seen on TikTok. She went to over 5 or 6 million followers on TikTok in like a month, which was absolutely crazy. And her video that had the most amount of views was just someone else's video that she pretty much made verbatim. Nothing against it, you're allowed to do that. And then also you notice on her YouTube, she does a lot of the same things. Again, I have nothing against Erica Kullberg. I think she's a great creator and she puts her own spin on it. But pretty much if you can just take popular uploads that Andre Jick, that Graham Stephan and other creators like that have made, and then just do it yourself and make it your own, then people are going to want to watch it because people are already watching those videos that are popular in your space anyway, and maybe you can make it more interesting or make it more relatable to you. Another thing that I think is important, and not necessarily a growth tip, but could probably help your growth a lot, is monetizing your audience along the way. Basically, when I was first starting out on this, I was just thinking about YouTube ad revenue, which is purely based on views. But if you can monetize your audience along the way, that is extremely helpful. So something that I did more recently was create a free ebook that I could give out to people in return for their email. And those emails are going to be very valuable along the road. So far, I've had about 750 people sign up for my ebook and I have their email. And if you want my free ebook on investing in real estate, check it out in the description below. But those emails could then be utilized for a monthly newsletter that I could send out that could have some links for affiliate marketing that I have. For example, I have one cryptocurrency IRA that if you sign up, then I get $50 and you get $100 of free Bitcoin, even if you don't fund your account. So if you want to support that channel, I will push that link, put it down below. Cryptocurrency IRA, a very cool tax advantage cryptocurrency account. I actually would recommend it. It's very good. I don't recommend products that I think are not good. So it would help me out a lot if you utilize that specific link. So I think it's important that when you're going along the way that you have things like this, that you can build up your marketing leads as well as monetize your audience through things like coaching or maybe selling a real estate investment calculator or something like that that can just bring you in some money so that it doesn't feel so difficult when you're making videos and maybe not getting a lot of views. The other growth tip I have is make it sustainable. It can be very difficult to make 2-3 videos every single week while you're working a full-time job, while you're also doing this side hustle of investing in real estate or couch flipping or furniture flipping that you're trying to document also. It can be a lot of time in your life when you also want to spend time with family or do other things that you actually enjoy. So make sure you have some type of systems in place or have some ideas of being able to spend money on an editor or things like that so you know that you can make this sustainable, because it isn't a short-term gain. Content creation is a long con. You have to be in this for a while. You have to do it probably for at least 3 to 4 years before you see something real out of it. So you can't just go in with the mindset that it's gonna happen right away. You need to know that you can continue to make videos for a longer period of time before something really big happens with this side hustle. So if you're still thinking about, is it worth it to start this YouTube side hustle? I would say 100% yes. YouTube is still the largest platform that people go on every single day. I think there's over 1 billion, maybe 2 billion users on this platform every single day. And if the smallest fraction of those people like your video, subscribe to you, you're gonna make a lot of money on this platform. So I think it's worth your time if you're in it for the long haul, for at least 3 to 5 years before you see anything out of it, which a lot of people don't like. That's why people want to go ahead, do DoorDash or Uber, because they get that money right away. But when you do content creation, it doesn't happen right away. So go ahead, leave in the comment section down below, are you planning to start a YouTube channel this year? Do you think any of the tips that I talked about would help you when you want to start that YouTube channel if you plan to? And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like so you don't miss out on any personal finance and real estate investing tips, and hit that notification bell so you get notified when I make videos like these. And also don't forget to check me out on TikTok and Instagram. Like I said, I make a lot of videos on there as well. So thanks again for watching, and more wealth is coming your way.